Lies by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice at woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. Hold on, I'm getting my thing all set up today. Okay. We're all set up now on our YouTube. And remember, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit. Let me get all this set up and put this up there for you. You can search the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. And after search the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark, like, subscribe, hit notifications. Also, after the storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis show. We did not do one last night because it was late. So, therefore, we did not do one. We don't do one because people, who the hell is going to be watching at 11:45 or 12 o'clock at night? Nobody's doing that. So, we're going to go over the show today. So, that's what we're doing. Also, we're going to talk about the Big 12. We're going to talk about the OSU coaching search and hire and all that. So those are the things we're going to talk about. So please go to YouTube, search the Unpopular Hour Matt Clark, and you can ask questions or comment on anything, and it'll be right here on my screen, and I can see it. So that mentioned, we're joined by my guy Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks. What up, homie? How's Kansas City?
What's happening?
Man, recovering from last night, bro.
Me too. I'm just sitting here licking my wounds at the Grand Balloon in Kansas City.
Dude, it's KC, I love it there. Yeah, we went to I went to juniors last night because the game wasn't until 9 o'clock. So I went to juniors, met some friends, and then we went ahead and went over to I met everybody. We went to the game last night, and I'm just gonna tell you, Drew. It got a little cocktails. When you know you don't have to do a show and you're drinking cocktails, it reminded me of when Randy and I used to go back in the day. You know what I mean? Just get lit up and have fun, and just take screenshots of stuff that's going on. So, how's Kansas City?
It's good. I just love the Commander. Had a little brunch, a couple cocktails, and just kind of wandering around the plaza for a little bit. Head over and get geared up for this night game.
Yeah, we got some good games tonight. Yesterday.
That Iowa State Baylor game. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, last night, speaking of that, the BYU and Texas Tech handled their business like we thought they would. They look really good, Drew.
Right. In the ocean.
Yep. And then Houston, of course, beat TCU, which was expected. Iowa State over Kansas State. That was kind of a little bit of a shock to me. And then Baylor. Go ahead. Go ahead, Drew.
I said they beat them by 20.
Yeah.
What's crazy is you really didn't think it was that kind of game. But they just kept pushing on Kansas State, and Kansas State just never had an answer.
No, they didn't.
Go up 8. They went up 12. They go up 14, and Kansas State can never break back down.
No, you didn't. No, they didn't. And then today, like you said, we've got Texas Tech and Houston, and then you've got Baylor and Iowa State. I mean, who do you like in those games?
I think Houston, I think that 10-point might be too much. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think Iowa State beats Baylor tonight, and I think Iowa State beats Houston for the championship.
Well, didn't they split this year, right? Iowa State and Houston. Yeah. Iowa State beat them early in the year, and then Houston came back and beat them.
And lost in Houston.
And that was a great game. Iowa State really blew that game. They should have beat Houston twice, don't you think, Drew?
Yeah, both times.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, too. I saw that. I said, man, they should have beat them, dude. I don't get it. But, the Big 12 there in Kansas City is a fantastic place. What is it called now? T-Mobile? Since Sprint?
T-Mobile?
Since Sprint was bought by T-Mobile?
I ended up bellied up a bar at the cigar box last night.
Oh, nice. That was a cigar box. I love that place, man.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it is. The thing I love about the cigar box, it's a good time. You know, you get your cocktails, you can have some fun, good people. And plus, there's nothing like it's a little bit low key too. That's what I really like about it.
Dark little seedy bar. I like it.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. What a shock. What a shot. Hey, dude, speaking of that, your Carolina Panthers, your Carolina Panthers, your North Carolina Tar Heels.
Yeah.
What about your
Hey,
boys, man?
good, man. They look good. They're gonna win. They got Pitt tonight, which will be a physical basketball game. I look at that game probably goes under, but I think Carolina beats them, and then with Duke getting beat last night, NC State, you got NC State and Tech on the other side. I think NC State wins that. I mean, Carolina handles business. They should win the ACC. They should beat NC State.
Yeah, you would think, right? An in-state rival, they should take care of them.
With Tennessee getting beat today, I think Carolina's the one now.
Yep, I agree. When I was sitting there, I was looking at. I was talking to some guys last night, a couple of OSU guys at the Thunder game, and we were all discussing the Doug Gottlieb and how the sports animal people like them were pushing him. And I heard that he was already promised a job. I'm like, why the hell would you hire a guy who nobody likes?
Yeah.
And number one. Number two, if he was really liked, he'd still be on national radio. Number three, why would you hire a guy that you've already hired a guy that had no experience and you spent 7 years in that, and you're going to do it even worse?
I was talking with the commander about that this morning, and I was like, if you hire Doug Gottlieb, you're basically saying to yourself that you are a stepping stone job, that this is not a destination, and we're out of bullets. We're desperate. It screams desperation to me if you hire Doug Gottlieb.
Well, yeah, but
they need to go into a Power 5 conference, at a UConn or Carolina or Maryland or Texas somewhere, and find him an assistant on the bench that's been biding his time and is a good offensive mind. They need an offensive coach.
Yep. Or Drew, I was thinking
Spice it up a little bit. Start getting up and down the floor. Go recruit you some shooters, and make it fun to watch. As they're not going to be very good for a couple of years, but at least it'll be fun to watch.
Well, if you can keep the 2 McDonald All-Americans you got right now, that helps. You know what I mean?
The other day, and they were saying that there's a 12% chance that Oklahoma State keeps all 3 guys.
Wow. Well, one of them I do know his former coach, and one of them I know. So, we could put in a word there. But, the bottom line is this, Drew. I said Oklahoma State, I said the difference between OU and OSU is really simple. This is after going to school there, after graduating, after doing all these things. What I've learned is Oklahoma State has a second-class mentality. OU would never hire a guy that didn't have any experience. Well, they wouldn't hire a guy with no experience in any sport. Number one.
Who's never coached anything.
Yep, number one. Number two, they for sure got a guy, if they hadn't had a sellout in 7 years and all of a sudden you sell out 3 home games, they're going to make sure you stay. Okay? They're not going to let you go. And then number three, they're not going to turn around and hire another guy with no experience, therefore not going to give him an extension. And I love Mike Boynton. I think he's a great guy. I do.
He's not the head coach.
But he's not a head coach guy. It is what it's just like. It's like Steve Spagnuolo for the Chiefs. He's a defensive coordinator. That's what he is. Matt Nagy, he's a defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying, Drew? Their offense. Sometimes you're who you are. And that's sad. But I was listening. I was like, and I hate that these guys on Sports Animal are promoting him. I'm like, you have no idea. And like I talked to a guy, Drew, I saw him. He was talking about Gottlieb, and I looked at him and I said, if you think it's okay for them to hire Doug Gottlieb, don't ever talk to me again about sports.
Ever.
I said, you're ignorant. You have no concept about basketball ever.
I'd rather see Rutherford get a chance.
Thank you. I'm like, this guy, I said, I don't know why y'all caught up on him. I don't understand. I said, this is a guy who they backed off of him.
Randy's been buying his time. He's been at the junior college level, NAIA level. Now he's coaching McLean.
Yep.
It'd be a stretch, but he's more qualified than Gottlieb.
The guy, he's not qualified at all.
No.
And I said, he's going down there selling y'all a bill of goods. He's not the dude. And if you go you are a second-class organization, and I'm done.
Will be the
laughing stock of college basketball. You will lost any credibility that you had, that you got back when you had Underwood for a year. Then you completely let that go. And I love Boynton, but he never should have got an extension.
No.
Never should have got an extension.
They ended up having to pay him $7.5 million?
Yeah.
And if they had waited until April 1st, it would have been $6.5 million, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's what Randy was saying. He said that they had to pull the trigger because they're going to lose these recruits if they don't jump on them now.
Yeah, you got to do it now. But
but
the whole thing is, what guy's going to stay there for Doug Gottlieb? Who's going to come to?
Yeah,
somebody was telling me, they go, oh well, he.
I was wrong earlier. NC State's playing Virginia, so you got Virginia and Pitt and North Carolina in the ACC.
Oh, is that who you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we beat Pitt. We'll probably play Virginia.
Yeah, you're gonna probably play Virginia. That's what I think.
And they're so bad to watch. Oh,
it's gonna be a hard, but you know what though, the March Madness is gonna be great starting next week, starting Tuesday or whenever the hell it starts. But
yeah, so Thursday, let's do this. What do you think about this? Let's try to maybe do a live from like I don't know. Let's find a little sports bar, maybe Rococo, and we can sit up there and watch the games, and I'll come on.
Well, yeah, I got kids I train on Thursday. So I've got to be at the gym at 4. Now, Friday, I'm all golden. But Thursday, I can't do it because I train kids at 4 o'clock.
Let's try to find something Friday where we can go sit around and have
we can go anywhere. We can go to Cats. We can go to Rococo and sit out on the patio. We can go to, because if we at Rococo, we can sit on the patio and won't bug anybody because we're on the patio.
I think we get a big table at Cats and we'll have all those TVs in front of us.
Yeah, you got all of them in there. Yeah, you can do that. We can do that. Because there won't be hardly anybody there in the afternoon except the old dudes that come in there every day. But
we can do a little tournament special.
Yeah, but we have to be careful for them because those old dudes will start playing music because they don't care about whatever sport it is. So you got to care about that.
Give us 2 hours.
Yeah, they won't. That's those old dudes. They like what they like, and they're the ones that come in there every day and spend money. So if they want to put on music because they're old and angry,
I can talk to Deary and see if we can do it up at.
not industry.
Industry,
yeah. Now we can do it in industry. Yeah, I mean Joe's not going to be mad about that. Getting some promotion for his business. You know what I'll do is, you know what, Drew? What I'll do is I will, because it starts when at 11.
Yeah, so I'll reach out to Joe. You just tell me what time you want to do it.
Okay. I'm thinking what I might do is contact my dad and said, hey, listen, let's go ahead and skip this week so I can do the show live, and then I will give them his kids an extra week the following week.
Do it on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll do We can do Thursday, Friday since it's March Madness, and then I
think we started like noon on Thursday.
Yeah, then I won't. Yeah, and then I won't charge my kids. I won't charge their parents. I'll give them a break this week, and then I'll give them a free week in April.
Yeah.
And so we'll do it that way.
You in the Easter spirit.
Yeah, so we'll do some. Well, I mean, they've already paid me for the month. So I'll just go ahead and give them the week.
What did you think about the Thunder last night?
Well, Drew, I was gonna finish my OSU thing. Then I'm gonna go to gonna do the Thunder.
Right.
But my OSU.
Hey, I'll let you run your own show.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Well, is Chad there with you? Because that makes sense. No. My thing with OSU is that you have to go out to me and you hire a guy that has experience at a Lamar or one of the smaller schools, a Loyola Marymount, something like that, who has some credibility, who's gone out, Charlotte, University of Charlotte, somebody who's got some upcoming and they've recruited, they're out there, they're known. Go get you. That's kind of like that's what Underwood was.
You don't think that there's any possibility they're going to give Scott a chance, do you?
No.
Yeah, that sucks.
No. Well, to me, Scott should have been hired instead of dipshit.
Yeah,
and
100%.
And then when you hired Underwood, you had your guy.
From what I'm hearing, he don't even listen to him.
No, he does. He don't listen to anybody.
No, I don't have any sympathy. Except I don't ever wish anybody to get fired from any job. But
no, I don't either.
I don't have any sympathy that he got fired because he should have been fired. He should have been fired a year ago.
Well, the problem with him is that when the pressure came, he said, if I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna get fired because I'm gonna do what I want to do. Seems to me that's what he did. Okay, that's what he did. Because we looked over there when the commander and I at the game, there was 25 or something. Like, what the hell? Where's all these assistants? Why do you need so many assistants? You need a defensive assistant. You need an offensive assistant. And I'm sorry, your boy Page as your offensive trainer to teach people how to score. I'm like, what the? Who is he going to teach to do what? He can shoot. That's it. He wasn't good enough to do anything. He couldn't even make the EYBL team in Oklahoma. How the hell is this? Yeah. I'm like, and I said the only reason why he got to Oklahoma State was because of Travis Ford. Period. Yeah. Period. No, and he was, so anyway, that's my thing with that. But to me, if Oklahoma State, if they hire him, I'm like, you guys have you guys, first of all, basketball is your sport no matter how you want to make football.
Yeah.
It's like OU basketball. No matter how much they win, no matter what they do, it's going to be a football school. Like you had Wayman Tisdale, you couldn't sell out your facility. You had
100%.
Blake Griffin, couldn't sell out your facility. You had Trey Young, you couldn't fill out your facility. Really? We had Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas, arguably the two greatest running backs in the history of college football, and you couldn't sell out 50,000.
Right.
And then your sport is basketball. You need to go in and say our sport is basketball. Football is our secondary sport. OU has embraced the fact that football is their number one sport, and they know, and then basketball is too. That's how Oklahoma State. But
I think OU is football and then women's softball.
Now it is, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you what, Oklahoma State dinner is just becoming a golf school.
Yep. Well, it's always been. Oklahoma State has always been wrestling and golf.
Baseball team's terrible.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's always been wrestling and golf. But as far as revenue generating sports, it's been basketball first, then football. Even though football brings in more money, but you know what I'm saying? As far as national recognition, it's really basketball, baseball, then football. And now it's really they're trying to make it football. That's not it.
Chad that. He's sitting here. He's sporting the Sooner gear. Still, they went out in first round. He's still ready.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that he knew they were going to go out. I mean, come on, man. The thing with the Sooners is they started hot, and I think you and I had a discussion way in the middle of the season talking about how there wasn't no way that OU was going to do anything because they hadn't beat anybody on the road. I think you and I talked about that.
They played like 15 out of their first 16 games
at home or nearby or whatever. So it's like they didn't play on the road, and once they got to play on the road, and that's the thing that kills you. You got to go play on the road.
And they're beat up, dude. They're missing.
Oh man,
I should have known that coming from a Gooner. He told me that.
Yep. Hey, and then on top of that, KU losing on purpose. I mean, not on purpose, but they lost on purpose.
Bill Self mailed that in.
Oh, no question.
He was like, "Well, we're just gonna take a week's vacation."
And get healthy. That's exactly what he did.
I can't blame him. They didn't have anything to prove.
No, but on top of that, they're still going to be a 4 seed. They're not going to drop. Everybody that knows anything about basketball knows that he said, look, our two of our best players are out. We're going to get healthy for a week. There's no sense in us playing 2 or 3 more days. Let's go home, get healthy, get ready for next Thursday. That's what he did.
Oh, great.
Or Friday, unless they make, and he probably is trying to talk them into them playing on Friday, Drew, instead of Thursday, so they can do Friday, Sunday.
Right.
Instead of Thursday, Saturday.
No, you're right.
I mean, I can't blame him. I mean, why wouldn't you get healthy? And the NCAA committee knows that. So they're saying they're probably going to play him Friday, Sunday. Well, no, he's going to be where are they going to be? Drew, where do you think they're going to be? I lost Drew for just a second there. So, but,
sorry about that. I was taking a shot.
Oh, oh my
Getting
God.
it started earlier.
Oh, my God.
I need to find a Cyclone shirt for the night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't, bro. You're good.
I'll be baby blued out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was surprised you don't have on. Yeah, I know you got your baby blue 11s on, don't you?
I got it right now.
You got your baby blue 11s on? Oh, yeah, you You're a hot mess, bro.
Well,
There's no
you up
question.
here, man. I wish you could come on.
Yeah, I can't. I got too much stuff to do. Plus, tomorrow I got a full day because our boss is sick.
Right.
So I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. So I put like this: I'm opening up the gym at 7 a.m. So I have to be up at 6 tomorrow morning.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off here with you, brother.
Okay.
I just wanted to come on and give you a little update from Kansas City. I can tell you that I think little Husker Drew picks at 10.5 too many for Houston. I like Iowa State minus the 1.
Yep.
Give me Carolina laying the 7 against Pitt. Give me the under in the Virginia game.
Well, I wish you would have sent that to me.
I know. I'm juggling all kinds of activities.
Hey, that's before. Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew.
You don't have to type it in. I'm just giving them to you live.
Hey, Drew, that reminds me, before you and Chad get off, give me your thoughts about last night's Thunder's 7-point victory.
I tell you what, I think Oklahoma City won the game, and that's impressive. Every game's hard with Dallas, but Dallas, without Luka last night, I thought they played well, and then Kyrie Irving was just lights out.
He's Kyrie, though, dude.
Yeah,
that's who he is.
Out. I think if you're a Thunder fan, I think you're happy you're 1 seed, but I think you got to be worried on the defensive end. They're
Yeah.
giving up a lot of points lately.
Well, that's because of his lineups. He switched his
Yeah.
lineups, bro. You're playing
We did
Hayward in
we did
there.
have
It's
J
killing
Dub
you.
back in the lineup. I thought J Dub came back in and played pretty well.
Yep.
They got a tough little stretch coming up here. Their next 10 games. I mean, boy, if they can win 7. I think they could get the 1 seed.
Yeah, what they've got, Drew, is that you have the Grizzlies on Saturday, which
That's a win.
that should be a win. Then you have the Jazz on Tuesday or
That's a win.
Wednesday at home, and
That's a win.
then you go to the Raptors, to the
I'm gonna
Bucks.
say that's a win, but that could be a loss.
Right, to the Raptors, to the Bucks, and to the Pelicans.
So they need to win 2 out of 3, or they need to at least win one of those.
They got to go 2 out of 3. You got to beat
Yeah.
you got to beat the Raptors first of all. Then, depending on which Bucks team show up,
I think they're better chances to beat the Pelicans, which I hope they beat them, but I think the Bucks will get them.
Yeah, but you don't know which Bucks team's going to show up, Drew.
Yeah, if Giannis and Lopez play and they're all go with Lillard, they'll beat them.
Yep. And then after that you have the Rockets and the Suns at home. Then this is the stretch.
With them. I mean,
they do.
Rockets always give Oklahoma City a game, and the Suns will be a problem.
Yeah, but the beauty about it is we're playing them at home.
Yeah,
so that's the beauty. But then this is where the stretch to me, Drew, is. The Suns at home, then you go to the Knicks, to the Sixers, at the Celtics, at the Pacers. Embiid should be back, but you're playing the Sixers and the Celtics back to back.
Yeah, those could be 2 losses right there.
So in that 5-game stretch right there, Drew, you've got to go 3-2 at absolute worst.
Yep.
You got to. But my deal with him, Drew, and what he's doing as far as his because when you're looking at the numbers, okay, when I was looking at the Thunder score, and I'm watching the game last night, you've got Gordon Hayward playing with SGA. You've got Dort playing with SGA. Jordan has always played with J-Dub. Right. Now you've got J-Dub playing with Kaysen and Wiggins. Those are the guys you have playing with SGA. Now you're playing them over there, and you're putting your 2 of your horrible guys who don't get along. You putting like Dort clearly is on the J-Dub side of the deal. I don't know if you saw at the end of the game last night, Drew. J-Dub.
Well, the highlights this morning.
On the highlights, Drew, when they were interviewing him, J. Will had his arm around SGA while SGA is giving a national interview. Why the hell are you in there at all?
Yeah.
And then
he's always like the
no. But listen, then J-Dub was over there doing the interview on Bali because he was the Bali player of the game, which is a shock. And then he tried to put his arm around to pull SJ over there. So SJ walked off the national camera, and then as soon as he got near Bali, he ducked and moved away. And the TNT camera was still facing on him. And saw him duck and move out of there. It's like, dude, I'm not coming over there to be a backup. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm the man. Mm-hmm. Go back over there. And I'm telling you, the situation that the Thunder have created, that mess that they created in the locker room, is ugly. Mm-hmm. It's ugly. It really, truly is. And it's a mess you created, which I don't understand why. But, I just don't get it. But I'm going to tell you this, though. Kyrie is just, J-Dub doesn't have the handles. Kyrie just picked his pocket like no other. Then after that, J-Dub didn't bring the ball up the floor. I started laughing. I'm like, oh, you're not bringing the ball up the floor now.
Kyrie's so just smooth and effortless, man. Everything he does, it just looks so easy to him.
But I'll tell you this, when he's picked J-Dub's pocket and tried to get cute with that little floater over the rim, J-Dub said, oh, no. no, homie. No. Take that. Kyrie was like, oh, okay.
Is 6'8".
Yeah, well, he's 6'7", I think, 6'6". No, he's 6'8". You 6'8".
6'8" with the bro.
Yeah, but he don't have the handles, bro.
With the circa 1981 Matt Clark afro.
Hey, Drew, by the way, what the hell was Dagnall doing giving J-Dub the ball at the end of the game every time to bring the ball up the court? What the hell are you doing?
You know what? I didn't even see that happen, but I know it happened because he does it every time.
Yeah, but I'm talking about at the end of the game, he was bringing the ball up. And then finally, SGA just took the ball over and went and scored at the end of the game. It's like, what are you doing? So, but anyway, I know you and Chad got to go, man. Y'all can go ahead, man. I'll finish up.
Buddy. Hey, Husker Du Pigs, go Big Red.
All right, brother. Hey, good luck to your Tar Heels. Good luck to your Tar Heels, brother. All right, you guys be good later. That's my guy, Drew Henthorne of Husker Drew Picks. But anyway, last night, Like I was saying, the Mavericks were 12 for 29 from three. The Thunder was 16 for 39, shooting 52% from the field, 51 for the Mavs. We were out rebounded by 6, of course, and then points in the paint, pips. Got out pipped, out point in the paint by 10, and of course they turned the ball over 6 times. So we did improve our leading turnover margin right there. So that was a good thing for the Thunder, 19-13. The Mavs, of course, been scoring 41 to 27. So, here, and then, of course, the game stats were really here are the game stats. Chet Holmgren in 32 minutes had 11 points. He just did not, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block. He had a decent night, but he just wasn't really, I don't know, he did not get in the flow of the game. J-Dub, of course, 27 points. He shot 21 times. 21 times, which I just laughed at. It's just so funny. He's so trying to be the man. 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. Played pretty well, I thought, overall. SGA in 37 minutes had 31 points, shocker. 9 for 16 from the field, shot 15 free throws, which of course was a lot better, but 1 for 4 from 3. So 31 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Typical night, of course, is 9 for 16 is just ridiculous, which is what he does. And then, of course, Josh Giddey, I thought, played really, really good last night as well. 18 points on 8 for 14 shooting, 5 assists, only 3 rebounds. He got to rebound the ball more, I believe. 1 steal and 1 block. Lou Dort in 28 minutes, 12 points, still 4 for 9. He shoots too much. I don't want him shooting over 5, 6, 7 times a game. Max. I don't like him driving to the basket. You got people in the stands screaming, pass the ball. Nobody wants him, what he's doing, of course. Then, of course, Jade Will, 3 points, 1 for 3 from 3, 1 rebound. Bro, you got to do better than that. Gordon Hayward, 21 minutes. I know you need him for the playoffs, but I just don't like the lineup that you're playing him with. Kendrick Williams, only 7 minutes. I think Kendrick has this year for him is just, he's just not played well. He's just not played well. That's just the only way I can look at it. Isaiah Joe still struggling from the three-point line because he's trying to take people off the dribble, dribbling around all the time. Look, dude, you're a shooter. Get your spots, catch your shot, and shoot it. That's what you got to do. Figure out where you belong. But, he's trying to do too much, and it's just not in him. It's just not. Aaron Wiggins only played 10 minutes last night. I don't understand that. I don't. 2 points. 1 rebound, 1 assist. I just don't understand why he's not playing more. Cason Wallace, 18 minutes. I don't understand it. I just don't. I don't understand why Aaron Wiggins is not playing. Cason Wallace played great last night when he only had 3 points, but I thought he was magnificent defensively with 2 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. I thought he played really, really well overall. But when I'm just looking at it, I'm just going, I don't really understand it at all. It's just like last night, at the end of I think it was the first quarter, right at the end or second quarter or whatever, when he put in Lindy Waters and Muscala for offense, I'm like, SGA is not there. Why would you take Wiggins off, who's a better three-point shooter? Why would you take him out to put Lindy Waters? Lindy Waters can't shoot. This is not the G League. He's a great G League shooter. It's not the G League, bro. Why is he playing? This coach, struggle. I'm going to calm down. But this guy ain't the guy. He's just, I understand that he's trying to figure out the right combinations for the playoffs. I get that. But because of that, you have messed up things. Then you can see J-Dub, and it's like last night when I was telling Drew, why is J-Will got his arms around SGA when SGA is given a national television so he could bring SGA over that? That's why he did it. That's exactly why he did it. And SGA, as soon as he got off the camera of TNT to go over there to Bali, he ducked off and moved off. He goes, I'm not backing up him. I'm the man. I'm not backing J-Dub up for you to interview J-Dub as the player of the game. How the hell is he the player of the game? Once again, that's what Bally's do. That's what the Thunder are doing. They're promoting J-Dub. And I'm telling you right now, if they do that and they lose him, you're going to do the same damn thing you did when you had Russell Westbrook. Same damn thing. You're making the same mistake. I don't get it. Like with the OSU. You hire a guy with no coaching experience like Godley, you're doing the same damn thing you did that did not work for the last 14 years by hiring Travis Ford, which I still don't get that one. And then you hired Mike Boynton. I don't understand what the hell you're doing. If you want to be considered on the level of OU, then act like them. Hire the best possible people for the job. Go out and get people who can make it work. If it doesn't work, a couple years, boom, let them go. That's what you do. That's how you win. That's how you're successful. And if the Thunder let go of SGA for J-Dub because you think J-Dub is better than him, you are wasted. He doesn't have the handles. He doesn't. He's too tall. He ain't Magic Johnson. Kyrie picked his pocket, and I can promise you, if he's the man instead of SGA, if you think they're not going to be full courting him, pressing him, double teaming him on, and picking his pocket over and over and over, like last night, why the hell is the ball in his hands? Oh, that's right, it's a national TV game, and you're trying to promote him. That's what they're doing, people. I'm telling you what they're doing. I'm telling you what the Thunder are doing. They're promoting J-Dub, which is why they had him bring the ball up the floor in a national televised game. And what did he do? Nothing. Give the ball in SGA's hands. He will make it happen. Then he will do what? If he can't score one-on-one, he's going to put somebody in position. Like he hit J-Dub last night. J-Dub misses a wide-open three. Casey Waller gets the rebound. J-Dub drives to the basket, or runs to the basket. He hits him with a great pass. Casey did. He got a dunk. But he missed the wide-open three that SGA created for him. And that's what I don't understand the Thunder. Put the ball in SGA's hands. He's going to score or set somebody else up a wide open shot. That's what he does. But you're trying to promote J-Dub on national TV, and guess what? It didn't work. And it's not gonna. Because we all understand, if you know basketball, you know who the hell your best player is, without question. But you got all these Oklahoma fans who are football people, and they're listening to you, oh, well, J-Dub, 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 and you hear all this stuff, and you see him. He ain't the man. He's not. And if you back him and you lose SGA, you're going to be a one-and-done team again. That's what you're going to be. You're not going to have any chance to do anything. You're not, because you don't have the guy. You got KD, and then you lost him to Russell Westbrook because you picked Russell. Now you got an SGA player, another first-team All-NBA, and he's going to be All-NBA, and he's going to be All-Defensive team. You don't have that. When's the last time Oklahoma City had an All-NBA, first-team All-NBA, and a first-team All-Defense? When the hell did that happen? I don't know if that's ever happened in Oklahoma history. Maybe KD may have made first team, but I don't think he did. He didn't play defense until he went to Golden State. So you have a guy that's going to be first-team All-Defensive team, and then you're going to have a guy who's going to be All-NBA, and you're picking a guy who is nothing. He didn't make the All-Star team. He's not making second, third-team All-NBA. He ain't doing none of that. But you're picking him over a guy who's going to do that. How the hell does that make sense? And that's exactly what the Thunder are doing. And those of us that know about basketball, we talk about it every time we're sitting there at games. We sit there and talk about it at halftime. Because we see. It's clear what the hell they're doing, and I don't understand what they're talking about. I don't. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand what they're doing. I just don't. The whole thing is, to me, it's really simple on this formula. SJ is your guy. You feed him. You promote him. Then you have J-Dub and Chet 2A, 2B, however you want it. Chet 2A, J-Dub 2B, J-Dub 2A, Chet 2B. Casey coming there at 3A. Josh is 3B or 3A, however you want to switch them around. You keep Dort from shooting. But the Thunder, I'm telling you right now, they're making a mistake. You can see it. If you pay attention. And all I'm asking, you don't have to listen to me. Just pay attention for your own self. Make up your own damn mind. Make up your own mind. And to me, ask yourself, is it okay that J-Dubs brings the ball up the floor the last 2 minutes of a basketball game when the game's on the line? And what happened? It was SGA had did the scoring that made the buckets in order to do what? Close the door on the game, not J-Dub. Why? Because SGA is the guy the ball should be in his hands. And all they're doing is their narrative, and I'm telling you right now, their narrative is going to be SGA didn't want to play with these young guys. He's 25. They're 22. How does he not want to play with guys? That's his age. Now, if he was 27 or 28 or 30, yeah, you have a valid point. But he not. And you're going to give up SGA to keep J-Dub because in your minds you think he's better. It's unbelievable. It's unconscionable. And I'm calling the Thunder out, and I'm telling you all right now, pay attention yourself. Watch the game yourself. See what they're doing. And ask yourself, who do you want bringing the ball up the end of the game? J-Dub or SGA? Who do you want the ball in whose hands at the end of the game? You've watched last year and then the year before. Who was the guy making clutch shots at the end of games to get us the W's? Who was it? Those are the things you have to ask yourself. Pay attention to what's going on, okay? Pay attention. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and we're going to go to standings and go over the scores last night. I want to thank SRB and I got Mark Long for their support. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit my guy up at SRB. Mark Long, they love to be behind the scenes. If you've got a complex that you're building, they will come in and make sure it's laid out properly and that you don't have to worry about flooding or anything like that. They are fantastic. Collaborative Logic, if you have needs for computers, software, website design, they are magnificent at that. Hit my guy Russell Willifort up over there. The thing that I love about them, if your computer is not in need of mechanical fix, they can remote in and fix whatever you need to have done. Oak Road Trucking and my dude Jose Fierro, dirt, rock, or sand to be moved. He is the dude for that, without question. That's my boy. Hook him up. He'd love to do that for you. And of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And normally we would be at the barbershop today, but I'm not feeling all that great. It's like if I do shots, it just messes with me. I've got to stop doing shots. I'm done with shots. It just messes with me until my body gets 100% healed again. But anyway, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com, or you can go into their main locations at the main bank at 401 Elm, downtown Yukon, YNB East, which is off the Parkway in 66, or 39th Expressway, however you look at it, YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road in Mustang, Oklahoma, YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40. If you're going east on I-40, you exit right there at Garth Brooks, and it's to your right in front of the hospital. And then, of course, YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd Street between Rockwell and MacArthur. And our latest sponsor, Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located at 4609 Southeast 29th in Dale City, Oklahoma. You can call them at 405-670-2424. Open Monday through Thursdays, 9 to 5. And, of course, they are closed because today is Friday. They close at 1 today. And then, of course, they are closed on Saturdays and Sundays, proudly serving the Middale area since 1982. So, that being said, oh, my God, wait a minute. Who is this Nathan Taylor? Wait a minute, what? Is that who that is on the other line? Wait, what?
You forgot, right? You forgot what it sounded like, right?
Oh, man. I tell you what. In NBA scores last night, the Celtics took care of the Suns, which is good for the Thunder because the Suns got beat.
Absolutely.
The Clippers beat the Bulls, which, of course, the Clippers are right there hanging out. We took care of the Mavericks, and those are the only games that we really care about last night. Today, the only games we really care about, that make any sense to us at all, are the Clippers and Pelicans. We need, that's both of them are in the 4 or 5 seat right now. So, I don't really have a dog in that hunt. I'd probably rather the Pelicans beat the Clippers to kind of give us a little bit more room with that. And then the Nuggets at the Spurs, I'm sure the Spurs are going to spank them. That's kind of how I look at it. But give me your thoughts on last night, the game last night. Is there anything that sticks out with you and what you saw? Or did you watch the game?
Sure can't rebound, can we?
Well, no,
watch the whole thing.
Yeah, no, we talk about that. That's part of our deal. That's our one. Remember, we talked about it last year. The three things the Thunder needed to address in the draft: 3-point shooting, perimeter defense, and inside presence. And we only took care of 2 of the 3. And the inside presence is it's going to hurt us in the playoffs.
The thing that drives me crazy is we facilitated that trade. You know what I mean? The dude had 20 points and 16 rebounds or some crazy thing like that.
Yeah.
He's a great player, man.
You talking about Hayward?
What press he's trying to.
You talking about Hayward, or are you talking about Biombo? Who are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the guy that the Dallas got.
Oh, you talking about Lively?
What's the guy's name?
Lively?
No, the guy from Washington. What's his name?
Oh, they killed us last night inside.
Yes. What's his?
Gafford. Yes.
Yeah.
God,
we facilitated that trade for him.
Yeah.
So,
Just, I mean, Presti, that's not what he wants, though. I mean,
No, it's not what he wants.
He doesn't want to.
No, what Presti wants is he wants a guy like we've talked about many times, and I think a point you made. He wants a stretch five. That's what he wants. A Brook Lopez type guy is what he wants.
Miles Turner.
That's what he wants.
Lopez.
That's what they want.
I would think he would even settle for probably a Sabonis because, I mean, Sabonis doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but
his mid-range game and inside is ridiculous.
Yes. Oh my God, dude! For being as small as he is, the way he rebounds, it's just amazing.
He's unbelievable.
He's a player.
And remember, didn't he play for the Thunder? Oh yeah, he did. Never mind.
He did. Yeah, that was in the Paul George trade. Mm-hmm. Well, he originally was in the.
He was at Orlando.
What was the trade? Who was the guy? Ibaka. It was the Ibaka trade where we got him.
Yep.
And then we traded him for Paul George.
Yeah. Because Russell didn't want him.
But yeah, I mean.
And he didn't want to play with Russell. So.
Well,
once again,
let's not lie.
Beat a dead horse.
Paul George trade.
No, listen. Listen. Oh, no question. What we got out of the Paul George trade, yes.
Mm-hmm.
SGA, we got SGA, J-Dub, and Chet. That's what we got out of that.
And some more picks that we haven't really had yet.
Yeah, but that's what we really got out of it right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what we got out of it. So I'm not mad about it at all. What was your thought process last night when J-Dub was bringing the ball up the court every time at the end of the game? What the hell was that?
I didn't like it.
I'm like, what are you doing?
It seems like to me last night, I don't know, maybe SGA wasn't as aggressive as he normally is trying to get the ball.
He's getting tired of it, man. You know, he went up there several times to try to get the ball, and they didn't give it to him. Several times.
Yeah, but he's getting double teamed.
I'm sorry. Who are you going to take the ball's hands? Who do you want the ball out of their hands? You want it in J-Dub's hands or his?
Oh no, I agree.
No. I'm talking about no. I'm talking about it from a defensive point. Whose hands do you want the ball in? You want it out of his hand. No, you want J-Dub to have the ball. That's what you want.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want SGA.
No. We don't either. We agree with the defense. We don't want the ball in his hands either. We want the ball in J-Dub's hands.
The conspiracy theory.
There's no conspiracy theory. It is what it is, bro. Ain't no conspiracy theory. It is what it is. And if you open your eyes, you can see it. They ain't hiding it. They're not hiding it.
They seem to think.
They're not.
All
okay.
the national guys last night seem to think everything was good
because they don't watch us. That's why.
Said it was good, man.
Listen, they don't watch us play. Period.
Matt, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
Listen, I don't take any. Listen, Nathan. I'm not taking anybody's opinion on what they say when you don't watch the team. It's like, do you know what Stephen A. said last week? Oh, the Thunder are so great. Listen, he said Thunder are so great with SGA and the ball in SGA's hands at the end of games. That's what he said. It's like, do you even watch us? They don't watch us, Nathan. One time they watch us whenever they're on. That's it. That's it. Because they remember. Listen. The bottom line is they don't watch us. I don't take anybody's opinion unless you watch us enough. If we were on TNT 15 times a year, their attitude would be completely different. Because then you see it enough. But if you see it today, then you don't see us again for a month. And then when you watch the Thunder highlights, I mean, they even had the Thunder highlights had SGA missing a shot last night. Didn't have I'm like, really? They had J-Dub missing a shot with the nice pass by Kaysen on the follow through for the dunk. And then did you see what happened?
Isn't Kaysen?
He's a beast, dude. Boy, I like him.
He's great.
Like I'm saying,
man.
I'm not trading for Larry Marketing for him either. No.
The way he guarded Kyrie last night, man.
Oh, man, he's a beast,
man, he did a good job on Kyrie.
Man, he's good, man. He is. I mean, because Kyrie was giving the business to J-Dub and SGA. He was giving the business to both of them. Yeah, he was. They both
did a pretty decent job of guarding him.
He had 37, bro.
But he was defended by Dort.
Yeah,
Kaysen,
nobody defended him but Kaysen. That was it. He killed SGA and he killed J-Dub. The only person that did anything to him was Kaysen. Like you said, that was it.
I thought it was great when Taysom was guarding Exum, and then it was that spot when Exum, like, he fell down.
When
I
he
didn't
fell-
want him to hit his head. He didn't want anybody to get hurt. But he fell down, and Taysom just goes right down, boom, hits a three.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
yeah, well, he gave the
man.
ball up to SGA, and SGA drew the defense and then kicked it to him. That's what happened.
Yes, and I was just, well, you know, what I'm saying is he stole the ball on one end, and then on the other end he just knocked
Knocked
it in
down the
three. I
three.
was just like,
Yep.
that's awesome.
But you know
Yes,
what, though?
That's awesome.
My deal is this: like, all of a sudden, you're playing Dort and SGA together, and now your defensive stuff is starting to drop because of you're playing Gordon Hayward and Dort with SGA, and you're playing Jada, and
Yeah, I don't like
you're
that.
playing Wiggins, and you're barely playing Wiggins. 10 minutes,
I know. I don't like that.
and you're playing
like
Wiggins and Kaysen with J Dub. Why the hell aren't you playing Dort and Hayward with J Dub? Okay, why
Yeah,
aren't
I
you?
don't
I
like
mean,
that.
the five
I
that
don't like it.
listen, the five that go all year long, and we've been talking about this ad nauseum. Is SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Wiggins, and J. Will or Chet. That's your group that goes when you need scoring. That group, when they're in there for 2 or 3 minutes, they change the whole outcome of a quarter. That 5 and 6 right there. That's what changes it. That group right there. But now you're giving Gordon Hayward Wiggins minutes. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
don't like
what are
that.
you doing? I'm
don't
like,
like
what
it
the
at
hell
all.
are you doing? This guy is, and I understand you think Gordon Hayward's going to be your guy for the playoffs. I get that. I understand it, but I'm like, dude, Wiggins can defend, Gordon Hayward can't. Wiggins is shooting 50% from the three, Gordon Hayward is not. Gordon Hayward is rusty. He hadn't played since when? November?
Yep, something like that.
November, December? I mean,
Something like that.
and you're playing, and I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, you're hiding him by playing it with SGA, and you're playing him and Dort with SGA. And Dort, stop, dude, I had people in the stands. This second game in a row, Nathan. I had people in the stands telling Dort to pass the ball. Pass the ball. And then that foul last night, dude, what are you doing?
Oh, it was horrible.
What are you doing? You're trying to fake a foul, not knowing where you're at, and you run into a 3-point shooter. And the two dudes behind me last night were like, they go, well, God, that's a terrible. I said, listen, Dort was trying to fake a foul, not paying attention where the hell he was at on the court, and he bumped a guy while he's shooting a three. And the NBA rules are plain and simple. You have to let a guy come down in his space without being touched. That's the rule.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if they
Another thing,
explained
Matt,
that, but anyway.
My history with Dort is well documented on the show.
Yes.
I love him and I hate him.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing, dude. I would take him 10 times over 10 over Giddey right now. Giddey's killing us, man.
But Josh right now, what Josh is trying to do.
I mean, I know.
No, Nathan.
I know.
Nathan, Josh is now he's in the first part of the season, okay? Because once he got
Give him
freed,
pass.
but I'm saying once he got freed though, Nathan, now he's trying to play. But now he's in game 20 or game 15, okay, of the year, and we're in game 50 something, 60, whatever we're at, 60, whatever we're at.
The problem is the things he's doing are not things that you grow into the season. There's things that he's always done.
Right,
he
but
can't shoot.
I
He
know
can't
that, but
defend.
no. He's better shooter. He can't defend, but he's not on the court at the end of games either, though, Nathan. So
no, but you can't get in a big hole to start off with either. And when you start those five guys, you're playing 3-on-5 on the offensive end, man.
Yeah, with him and Dort.
I mean, yes, you can't like the other night when you started instead of
Hayward.
when you started Gordon
God.
Hayward, that was a horrible starting lineup. On the offensive end, you're playing Chet SGA on 5. That's what you're doing.
That's what you were doing.
And on
It
the
was
defensive
terrible,
end,
dude.
you're playing 3-on-5.
It was terrible, dude.
And
that was a horrible lineup.
you just can't. It was horrible.
And he played 30 minutes.
In there.
And he played 30 minutes.
You got to put Wiggins in the starting lineup. You got to put Kaysen
or Joe. Give me any one of those three.
Joe, you can't. Yes,
any one of those three.
Start Gordon Hayward.
And play him 30, and he played 30 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Those three should never be on the floor together. Ever.
No. I think the Thunder are creating chaos. It's like last night at the end of the game. when J Will was hugging SGA on the TNT top. Why the heck? This is not Bollies. This is national TV. Get the heck. You're not. Why are you over there? This is national TV, bro. Take your butt over there to Bollies. And did you see what he did, Nathan? He was hugging SGA,
Yeah,
and after they brought SGA over there to Bollies while they were interviewing the Bolly player of the game, J Dub. What a shock. And SGA just ducked his head out and got the hell. He goes, dude, I ain't backing up somebody. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm telling you, they are creating chaos. They are. They're making the guy not want to be here.
Well, we just hope he wins the MVP.
He's not gonna. He's not gonna.
I don't know.
The only
man.
way he wins the MVP is that one, we finish first. Number one.
Which is possible. That's possible.
And because do you know that he's going to be one of three guards, to average 30, shoot 50 with 2 steals. The other 2 won the MVP. Okay?
Yeah.
And the Thunder don't even promote it. Because if they were promoting it nationally, people would know that. But since they aren't, people aren't nationally, don't even know that. I mean, think about that. Michael Jordan and Steph Curry both won their MVPs doing exactly what Steph Curry's doing. Exactly what SGA's doing. And the Thunder don't promote it. They should be promoting that every game. Every time you see him on national, that should be one of their points. But they're too busy trying to promote J-Dub, making the same damn mistake you made with Russell Westbrook. And I don't understand it. Sam Presti is not an idiot. He's smart as shit. I don't get it.
Yes, he is.
He's smart. He's unbelievable, dude. I don't understand it. There's something else that we don't know about between SGA and them. There's something going on that the reason why they did that.
Okay. And you know what, Matt? I think I can get on common ground with you there, because for the fact that Sam Presti, when we had the discussion where you think Sam Presti thinks that J-Dub is his best player, I can't agree with that.
No, but that's what this is what a guy told me. What one of the coaches told him, and I believe him.
I know.
So,
dude, I can have Sam Presti tell me that right.
Okay, hold on.
I still wouldn't believe it.
Okay, hold on. Then my point is that then why are they promoting J-Dub and not SGA? Why is J-Dub bringing the ball up the court? Why is at the end of the game with 20 seconds left to go in the quarter, SGA is down there ready to get the ball in from the out of bounds to bring the ball up the court, and the coach puts J-Dub in the game and sends SGA down the court and has J-Dub bring the ball up in the court. Of course, he shoots a brick. But, yeah, so.
I mean, not always, but most of the time, yes.
Most of the time, what? So, every single time J-Dub is in the game at the end of the first or second or quarter, he shoots the ball. He brings the ball up the court. What are you talking about?
No, listen, you said he shoots a brick. He doesn't always shoot a brick.
He's made what? He's made what? 5% of his shots, maybe?
5%, man. Come on.
No, come on. How many times have you grabbed? Okay, last game he was 0. The game before that he didn't play. Okay. Oh, right, excuse me. The game before that he missed. The game before that he missed. The game before that he made 1. The game before that he missed. The game before that he made 1. The game before that he missed. The game before that he missed. The game before that he missed. And the game before that he made 1. So that's 3 out of what? 20 quarters? What are you looking at?
Hey,
is that more than 5%? Okay, what is that?
That's more than 5%.
What is that, 6%? Okay.
No, 15%. 3 out of 20, 15%.
Okay, 15%. And how many does SGA make?
I didn't say it was good. I just didn't say it was 0.
Okay, I didn't say it was 0, but I'm just saying it's nothing. I don't want the ball in his hands at the end of anything. I want the ball in SGA's hands. That's all I'm saying.
Let me go off on a tangent.
Go off on a tangent.
So I agree with you that there is something else going on that we're not aware of. I
100%.
agree with you on that.
100%.
But I think, and again, I'm probably wrong. Just being a
you've been right.
Sunshine
no, you've been right. You've been right before. So
we both agree that the organization is in rebuilding mode still. We both agree on 100%.
That, right? Chad and SGA are not, but the organization is, yes.
The organization is. So part of that rebuilding mode to me could be, now I said could be, the fact that they're trying to develop J-Dub to be SGA.
That's what they're doing, so 100%.
Well, hold on. So, but the reason is different than my reason is different from what you think the reason is, or the reason is, or whatever it is. My reason is so that when they get ready to flip that switch, that they have two guys that can do that instead of just one. And what they don't see is that in doing that, they're sacrificing one of those guys.
They're
Can we agree on
sacrificing.
that?
They're sacrificing SGA for that. Yes, I can go with that.
Yes, and maybe they just don't see that, or maybe they're just too dumb to see that. I don't know.
Well, Sam Presti's not dumb. He's not dumb. So
no. I don't.
This is a purposeful thing. Is what they're doing. Because Nathan, they believe J-Dub is better than SGA. He has the potential to be better than him. That's what they think. They think he has the potential to be better than SGA. That's what they think. That's what they believe.
I can go along with that if you say potential. But
no, they believe that he's going to.
They think he's better than that.
No, they said this was the word. The quote was, "I said, man, what do you do?" I said, man, what were they doing? He goes, well, what I was told was the coaching staff believes that he has more potential and he will be better than SGA. I go, you're out of your damn mind. They're out of their damn mind.
I agree with you 100%.
But they have made that decision.
Probably could see where they think that.
I'm saying,
see where they think that, though.
I can't see where they think that at all.
No, to me it doesn't make any sense. But I mean, you mean the dude's pretty good. I mean,
that's not even up for discussion. Whether he's any good or not, that's not the point.
He's not there yet.
Well, it's just like this. For example, when that interview was done, and that said in the paper or in the remember we did that on the show when the guy did that deal where SGA or J-Dub said he could beat SGA 1-on-1.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Then I went back and looked. No, it's what he said. I went back and looked at the thing, and then on top of that,
I'm talking about him saying that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, he said it. What do you mean you can't believe he said it? I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying he's full of crap. I mean, he didn't.
No. But he might be able to beat him 1-on-1. That's possible. But what does that got to do with you playing?
Maybe.
What's that got to do with you playing in the game?
Nothing.
That's my point.
Nothing.
What you do 1-on-1 and what you do in a game is irrelevant.
To me, the thing about SGA, it's not even that makes him so good. It's not even the point scoring. It's not the efficiency. It's not the defensive end. It's not any of that. To me, the thing that makes him so good is you can't defend him because you don't know what he's going to do. I don't even think he knows what he's going to do when he does it.
No, they know exactly what J-Dub is going to do. You know what J-Dub is going to do? You know what J-Dub is going to do?
About SGA,
oh, you're talking about SGA? Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, they know what J-Dub is going to do. J-Dub is going to go left as much as he can.
Pull up. Though last night
he did go right.
He was taking some shots. He did, and he made a good portion of them.
He made two fadeaway. He made two fadeaway to the right shots. That's what he did.
Well, I don't know if you know this, and I'm sure you do because you watched last night. But I didn't know he was number 3 in the NBA in 3-point percentage. Did you know
that? No, I did not know that. That was something that was on TNT, not on Bolly's.
Yeah, it was on TNT.
Yeah, it wasn't on Bali. I can promise you that. Yeah.
No.
This is the thing. TNT, they like him,
that's pretty good, man.
but everybody likes him. I like him.
They do.
It's not a point whether we like him or not. Everybody thinks he's a great. This is the deal. How they look at the Thunder. They think SGA, Chet, J-Dub. That's how they look at the Thunder. Yes, they look at it as SGA, Chet, J-Dub. That's how they look at him. That's how they look at him. Because I've listened to many shows, I've watched many commentary, and they all say the same thing. It's SGA and Chet. And then J-Dub.
Let me ask you this then. If you had a playoff game and you had the choice whether you played, I guess matchups depending on, we'll just say a regular season game against X team. If you had the decision to play Chet or Jalen Williams, which one gives you a better chance to win? Obviously, it depends on matchups. I get that. But
okay, depending on the matchup, I'm still going to pick Chet over J-Dub.
Okay.
And the reason why is, no. The reason why is defensively on blocking shots. That's why.
That's the only reason. With that, but that's the only reason. There's points in the game. There's points in the game to me where Chet disappears, and I don't feel like Jalen Williams ever does that. Now he might miss a couple shots here and there.
That's disappearing when you miss. Last night he missed 4 shots in a row. That's disappearing.
Well, but Chet didn't even. I mean, what do you have, 9 points?
He wasn't even. He had 11, but he wasn't even trying.
It wouldn't.
No, he took 6 shots.
I'm arguing against 2 great options, but it's.
No. My deal is this. My deal is this. If I have my choice between the 3, I'm gonna do SGA and Chet. because I can do Kaysen can fix him. I can do Aaron Wiggins to replace J-Dub. I can fix him
You're saying because we have more people
we
to
have
replace
option.
Jalen
Yes,
than we do.
that's why we're 5-2 without him playing. Okay, we're 5-2
okay.
without
I'll go
J-Dub.
with you on that.
So I can live
I'll go
without
with you on
him. But the whole thing is the other day against the Pacers, what the hell lineups was you playing? Your lineups were terrible. We had zero chance to win that game with the lineups you were playing. I don't understand what he was doing.
Well, I mean, SJ had a horrible game.
No, he played terrible. And I even commented the other day about him having his shirt out. I'm like, look sloppy, play sloppy. Why is your shirt out?
Well, here's another thing too. Like, and I'm gonna have to credit Traeger for this, even though that's few and far between. I mean, he pointed out because him and Sam were arguing on the radio the other day. Well, SGA's numbers, and he's like, that doesn't matter. He's like, if you don't have other people on the floor that can help you, your numbers are going to suffer. You know what I mean? And
okay, how's his numbers suffering when he's shooting 55% from the field, 38% from three?
One game.
Okay,
game.
yeah.
Just the Pacers game.
What?
Because if you've got Dort, Giddey, Gordon Hayward, and somebody else out there with you, I mean, they're going to key on him every time.
They always do.
They don't even have to guard the other people.
That's what they were doing. They were forcing everybody else to beat us. That's what they did. But the problem is also SJ, but Nathan, he was 1 for 9 to start the game. Okay.
Yeah, but when you got 3 dudes on you, man, every possession.
But Nathan, he finished after that. He ended up being 11 for 18 in the second half. Okay, 11 for 18 in the second half. No, the second half. He was 12 for 26, but he was 11. He was 11 for 18 the second half. He was 1 for 9. He started at the second and third quarter, fourth quarter. But he started out 1 and 9, Nathan, and he ended up being 11 or 18 from that point on. But he started 1 of 9.
Yeah, but if you would have put a better lineup out there around him, he probably wouldn't have been that bad.
Yeah, I agree. The whole point is starting Gordon Hayward, which you and I both agree was a terrible mistake. Why are you starting a guy who has been with us, 7 games? And he's starting?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? He has zero chemistry, and you're starting a game in a 50-50 game against the Pacers. You're starting him.
I would rather him start Kendrick Williams, to be honest.
And Kendrick Williams is playing, dude. I'm sorry, he doesn't need to play anymore. He is not playing well. Yeah, he's not playing well at all. He's not.
Defensively, he's still pretty good.
But he's not. But I'm saying I'd rather play Aaron Wiggins more than him. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I agree. But if you have to choose between Gordon Hayward and Kendrick Williams, I'm going to choose Kendrick
Williams every day. Yes. Gordon Hayward can't defend.
No,
he can't defend. And that's my deal with him is like, I just don't, this coach's lineups, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, you have lineups that are working. So if J-Dub is your best player, then why aren't you putting Gordon Hayward and Dort, since Dort and J-Dub are clicking, and like you called it. You go as SGA and Chet and Dort and J-Dub. You call that, I don't know how you saw it before I did, which is, I don't know how the hell that happened, but but anyway. That's what I'm saying. How'd you see that before me? I played, you did. That's what I'm saying. How the hell did you see that? But you saw that before I did. And I was like, what? And so I started watching after you told me that. And I was like, damn, he's right. But yet, you don't play them. You don't play them together. And I'm like, you need to play Dort and J-Dub and Hayward together, since that's what you were starting. Play them together. And then you have SGA, Wiggins, and Kaysen. Now you don't play that group hardly ever together. Your best 5 or 6 are SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Wiggins, and J. Will or Chet. That's your best group that plays defense and scores. That's your best group.
Yeah.
That's your best group, and you don't play them, and you barely play them. That is your 5 that make a run at every time in a quarter when something's going wrong. Like Wiggins don't even play the first quarter. Are you kidding me? He didn't even play the first quarter.
Yeah. That guy needs to be playing 25 minutes a game.
And you start him the second quarter. I'm just going, I don't understand that. He played 10 minutes last night, Nathan. 10 minutes last night.
Dude, I've been the biggest proponent of Aaron Wiggins since
100%.
Since they drafted him.
100% you have.
He's an amazing player.
I love him. And you know what's so funny is, Nathan? Here's his numbers, okay? Here are his
Oh,
numbers.
they're astronomical. Best shooter on the team, man. Best shooter
He's
on the team.
shooting 57% from the field, 50% from three, 77% from the 3-point line. I mean, from free throw line.
Oh, and by the way, he's in a slump.
Yes,
He's in a slump.
but he's still shooting 50%,
And
57%.
he's still doing that.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then Kendrick Williams 45, 39, and 30.
30. I'll never get that, man.
No, and you look at you look at J-Dub 54-4, 44, 44.5, and 80% from three. I mean, from free throw line. He's doing what he needs to do. Chet 54, 39, and 78. He's not doing he's clearly not doing the 50, 40, 90. That's not happening this year.
Yeah, the free throws kind of dropped off a little bit, but everything else has stayed pretty steady.
Yeah, 78% from free throws. Yeah, that's terrible. And then, SGA is 54, 38, and 88.
Yeah, you say that. Just think how good Shaq would have been if he had shot 78%.
Yes, 100%. 100%. And I agree. And by the way, here, let me pull up these numbers so you can go over these stats so you can look at them. Okay, Chet, 32 minutes, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block. He shot 6 times. He was 4 for 6. He only shot 6 times. Okay, but now,
more shots than that.
J-Dub, 35 minutes, he shot 21 times with 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 27. They have him at a -5, okay? I'm thinking, wait a minute.
To me, the plus minus.
I know that's why
that's
why I laugh at it. That's why I laugh at it. He had 27 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and he was a -5. I'm like, wait, what?
2 blocks he had.
Well, Kyrie stole the ball, stripped him, and they got cute. And J-Dub swatted, and Kyrie went. And Kyrie went, okay.
You could tell J-Dub was on a mission on that one.
Yeah, he was pissed because what I'm saying, he knew Kyrie was going to do that little finger roll that he always does, and he swatted that out of the blue. And Kyrie looked around like, okay, he won't make Kyrie next time he does that. I promise he'll go off the backboard. He won't do that again. But he got cute.
Who was the other block that he had? He had a block on another guy.
SGA. No, it wasn't SGA. It was SGA lost the ball to what's his name, Junior, Sanders Junior, or whatever the guy's name.
Derrick Jones Jr. Yeah,
yes, he lost his handle. Remember, he was dribbling and did something and it went whatever, and he lost the handle, and that guy came down and J-Dub blocked his shot. Both of those shots were amazing blocks. But here's SGA.
Yep, for sure.
SGA had 37 minutes. He had 31 points. He was 9 for 16, 12 for 15 from the free throw line. And last night, he should have shot more free throws than that. He was getting killed. He was getting killed.
Again, he missed 3 free throws, man.
Yep. Once again, but that's what he's. I think mentally, dude, he's checking out, man. He really is. 31 points. Yeah, 31 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. He was a plus 16. I'm like, okay.
He didn't come in. I didn't even pay attention too much, but I just looked down and he didn't come up with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, 4.5, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it was 5 minutes. Yeah, that's the coach, bro. Okay, here I got all the deals here. I got all the deals right here. I pulled them up. Okay. He came in. Where is it? Where is the timing at? I know where I put the timing in here. Where did I put the timing at? Oh, man, I didn't do the timing. Oh, okay. He came in. J-Dub went out with 4:52 in the first quarter, and we were up 21-18. And what was the end of the first quarter? We were beating the crap out of them. We were up 6 at the end of the first quarter. Yeah, then they went on that run until J-Dub came in. He came in with 5:30 in the second quarter.
That's way too late, man. Way too late. Of course, now I have to hand to him a little bit. He's bringing it back earlier in the fourth quarter.
Well, yeah, he's got
to.
That. Got to.
He's got to.
Well, it's like this. You can't, on national TV, you can't sit him. Because, if we're on TV, on TNT or anything, like he comes in with 7, 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. If we're not on TV, he comes in at 5 minutes. And the reason why he got in early in the second quarter, Nathan, was because of the foul, remember? He sat over there. He was sitting over there. Whoever was to foul somebody, that's the block. Yes. That's the reason why he got in the game early then. He wouldn't have got in the game that early.
Yeah. It could have been 4.5, 4 minutes.
Yep. Yep. He never brings it. It's
No,
so funny.
I thought it was
He never brings him in when there's a break. He waits till play starts again, then he brings him in. It's like, why don't you just? There's a
could have
break.
been
There's a foul. Why don't you bring him in right then?
the first time all season we've seen this happen, but I think SJ went in before Kyrie did in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Could have been the first time all
Well,
season.
they brought
we've seen that
Kyrie.
happen.
They brought Kyrie back right back in immediately too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's probably the first time all season he's gone in before the other team's best player.
Yeah. No, that no. That happened again. That happened. Who was it? Was that the Clippers? I think it was a Clippers game when he brought him in with 8 minutes to go. Was that the Clippers game? He came in with 8 minutes, or Denver game? What game was it? Denver. It was Denver. He brought him in with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and then immediately here come Jokic, here come Murray, and here comes what's the other big kid? Michael Porter. They went boom, boom, boom. They were all sitting over there like, wait a minute, he's in the game. Oh, no. Here we go. Now, when their best player comes in with 8 minutes or 7 minutes to go, he brings in Isaiah Joe or Dort or Hayward. I'm like, okay. Other teams, when you put in SGA, they put in their best player to match. The other teams put in their best player, you bring a bench player off the bench. You bring in one of our other guys.
Yeah, Dort
or whomever. I'm like, wait a minute. Or Isaiah Joe. I'm like, wait a minute. So they're putting in their best player. You don't count it with your best player. But when you put in your best player, they count it with that's right. You forgot your best player is already on the court, J-Dub. My bad. They don't have to count it.
You don't understand, and I know you don't like this comparison, but you don't understand how closely you and Jim Traber are in your thoughts on this. Like I'm telling you, Jim is saying the exact same thing.
Because he's listening to me.
He's not going. Well, he's not going quite as far as not liking the
okay, this is the deal.
But
Jim is great at baseball. If he would understand exactly, he'd have the insight that I have if he played basketball. But baseball, he would give the same insight, if that makes sense. Because if you ever heard him go off on people,
he was making the comparison like what you're talking about, the comparison in baseball via the basketball thing that we're watching.
Yes.
So but he basically, and I think you both agree on this. Dagnall is a wonderful X's and O's coach, and he's a great developmental
100%.
Coach of talent.
100%.
But when it comes to the flow of the game and the rotations, he just doesn't get it.
He does not get it. But Nathan, I've been saying this for 2 years. It's not something I'm just not saying. You're just now on the show. I've been saying this for 2 years. You know what we used to call him at the beginning? You know what we called him in the beginning? 2 minutes too long.
We called him the minute manager. Right?
We called him 2 minutes. When I first started doing the show, Mark Long named him the 2 minutes too long. That's what he called him. He's 2 minutes too long, and he went from that to the 2 minutes too long and the minutes manager. But go ahead.
I think we need to give the commander a little bit of props on this, because I think me and you were both on the fence at the beginning of the year, and I think he was all in on getting rid of him.
Oh, he was all in. He's been all in since last year.
He was all in before either one of us were.
What his words were that he goes, he didn't think last year. He goes, this year's the year. Let's see. Because now he didn't have any excuses, because he didn't like him losing on purpose last year. He was upset last year, okay? And he basically was saying to me this year, okay, we're going to find out this year whether he can coach or not. That's what he said. And that's why after I went from 57 wins to 52 or 54 wins, because once I saw preseason what he was doing, I've said he's going to cost us 3 to 4 games a year. So this year I'm out on top of what he's already going to cost us. That's why I dropped us those 4 or 5 games, because I'm like, I originally said 57 before the season with you, and I think you were at 54. I think at the beginning of the year.
48,
No. I'm talking about before preseason. We were talking about it because we were so excited.
Oh, yeah,
and then after preseason, you dropped it to 52 or wherever 48 and 52, I think is whatever it was. You dropped it because we watched them play. And we're like, we don't like what's going on right now. And neither one of us did. And we underestimated how good this team really is. And they're winning in spite of it, and not because of.
Underestimated was how quickly Chet was going to flip the switch.
Oh, no doubt. 100%. 100% there. 100% you're right about that. We had no idea he was going to get this good this fast. No, we did not.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
and when he flipped the switch, you talk about that all the time about going, oh, okay, maybe I'm not the best guy out here. Let's just see to this guy over here.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, he does that. And like I
Yeah,
see,
no, but in the beginning he did.
no, he
If you
did not.
remember,
No, he did not. But I think, what he did is, like I told you, in that preseason game, when he was knocked down twice and SGA did not go pick him up, after that, Chet completely changed his attitude towards SGA. Then SGA completely changed his attitude towards Chet. And they've been in lock sync ever since.
well, and I was kind of hoping over the year that, because I mean, I see Chet and J-Dub have pretty good
Chemistry,
chemistry
yeah.
too.
But it was like J
And,
Dub
and
trying
I,
to throw
and I,
that lob to Chet last night. I'm like, you have to have the big guy on you. You can't throw a lob and alley oop with the big guy still
right,
on Chet. What are you doing?
right. Well, let's be honest about it. There's not a whole lot of those guys in the NBA anymore that are monsters around blocking shots. I mean, you've got a few of them, but not near what you had before.
100%. Because they're all perimeter. They're all out there. What Sam Presti likes. He wants a guy, a shooter out there, outside.
Right. So,
but Nathan, I'm gonna say this. What the hell? By the way, what the hell did they say when he brought in Mike Muscala and Lindy Waters at the end of the quarter? I'm like, what are you doing?
God. Dude, they were killing him. They were killing him. I didn't. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I didn't watch the Bally's broadcast that time. I missed that part of it. But on the Sports Channel the next day, they were killing him. And it was normally guys that are homers. I mean, it's Sam Humphries. I like Sam, but he's the biggest homer there ever is. And he just it's Jay. I mean, he thinks Jalen's probably better than SGA if I had to guess.
Bro, well, he doesn't have any knowledge about anything but golf anyway, and barely that. So yeah.
But they were ripping him for Muscala because that was just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, why are you?
And he took and it's my thing. Wiggins is shooting 50% from three, and you pull him out. He's shooting 50% from three. I'm like, wow,
dude, you're not gonna. I mean, I would play Aaron Wiggins 48 minutes a game if I could. I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever.
My deal is this. Let's go back to this, and then I'm gonna break down. And here we go. Boy, that's team stats. Where is it? Okay, game stats. Here we go. Now, Aaron Wiggins, I'd play Kasem. Okay, here's your deal. You played Chet, J-Dub, and SGA all 30 minutes. Okay, I'm good with that, right?
At least.
We're good with that, okay? We none of us have issues with that, right? We're good with that. Josh, 22 minutes. I'm okay with that. Okay?
I would rather see him play about 15.
15, okay.
15 to 17.
Okay, but I'm still okay with 20 minutes. I'm okay. Because he was aggressive and he was making shots. But he was making shots, so I'm okay when he's making shots.
I'd rather give those minutes to Kaysen now. That's just my opinion.
Well, but Kaysen was at 18, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
See, I'd rather I'd flip-flop those two.
Okay, what I'm saying is this. I read Kaysen at 18, Isaiah Joe at 19. I'd rather Isaiah Joe's minutes drops because he's not playing that well, defensively or offensively. So I would 86 some of his minutes. And then Aaron Wiggins, I would play Aaron more because he only played 10 minutes. He should have played 18. Gordon Hayward does not deserve to be playing 21 minutes.
He should be about 10. He should be Wiggins' minutes, and Wiggins should be his minutes.
And then Jay Will is playing 10 minutes. I would play Chet. Now that I think about Chet, more like about 28 minutes or so, 27, 28 minutes, and give me more minutes with Jay Will. Like they both played together last night for 2 minutes?
Yeah, but man, they're great when they play together.
We talked about that. How many times have we talked about that? Over and over and over.
100 million. 100 million. Man.
Don't understand it. I don't, but I guess,
Jay Will is so good, man. He's so good.
I don't.
It's just like, I don't get it. I mean, he's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but the intangibles he brings are just amazing.
Amazing, 100%. 100%, Nathan. It's just frustrating as hell to me. Daignault and his lineups are just, and have been, not understood. That's the best way I'm going to say it. Not understood.
No, yeah, absolutely.
They're not understood.
I said this, 6 months ago? It's like watching a science experiment.
Yeah.
I
don't understand it.
He's like me when I go to a casino, man. I am not a gambler at all, and I don't claim to be, But man, when I win and I'm like, oh, pull that out. All right, we'll try it over here. If it doesn't win in 2 seconds, oh, pull it out. Let's try something else. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do it.
No,
You
you can't.
can't play
You
slots
can't.
like
That's
that.
why I
no.
don't go to casinos. That's why I don't go
This
to
is what I do when I
casinos,
go to a casino,
That's why I don't
Nathan.
do it.
This is what I do. I take $100.
Uh,
I bring my ID, and I keep my wallet in the car. Okay?
That's a great idea.
Because I know that I've already did the old let me put my deal in and give me another $200, $300, and now all of a sudden I'm $500 in the hole. Okay, so I've learned my lesson. Over the time, if I bring $100, then I know I'm either going to win or lose. Okay, but if I go out and about, I'm gonna spend $100. If I'm just out drinking and eating,
sure.
I'm gonna spend $100. So I take $100. But the thing is this, if I'm at the casino, at least I can have the possibility of having a good time and possibly winning more versus going out, I'm going to have a good time and I'm just spending. I'm spending it. So that's why I do like the casino. But I've learned I take $100 and my ID, my driver's license. That's it. And when that's gone, if that's in 10 minutes or if that's in 30 minutes or if that's in 2 hours, whatever it is, when that's up, I'm done. Okay? I'm done. Because I figure if I go out, I'm going to spend $100.
This is my problem with casinos. Like me being the person that I am, I've got to understand why I lose. And with a slot machine, good luck, dude. Good
No,
luck.
that's not true. But you have to play it, Nathan. You have to play them enough, and you have to play the machine enough to understand how it works.
You're not wrong.
Okay, like there's only certain.
I don't have the patience.
Like I can't do those certain machines where it's got all these. Like, do people play those? I try to play those. I don't understand it, so I lose money. I'll lose $20. Boom, just like that. I'm like, oh, I'm out, and I go play Lucky Ducky, and I understand how that works. Okay. So I can play that game because I understand how it works, the way I can see the rhythm of the machine, and I win. I very rarely ever lose playing Lucky Ducky because I understand how it works. Okay, so there's certain machines I know how they work that are like the Lucky Ducky style. I understand how they work. I play those games, but when I go play those progressive where it's penny. No, it's not a penny. It's $14 to do max spin, not $3 or not 75 cents. And like I'd like to go play the Lucky Ducky that's a quarter. That's 75 cents for a max spin. And every now and then, if I feel really good about myself, I'll play the dollar Lucky Ducky that's $3 for a max spin. So I'll go do that. But for the most part, bro, I'm like, and like if I'm losing on a machine, I lose $20 on a machine, I get off of it. I'm like, I'm not winning because I usually win pretty quickly when it's going to go my way. I win pretty quickly, and then what I do is I do $40. If I lose $40 on the machines, I go play blackjack, and then I usually make my money back up playing blackjack. If I start at blackjack and I lose $40 to $60, then I go to the machines to make my money back. That's how I do it, and I'm usually at the casino a good 2 hours or so. But I don't like. Oh, what's my place over here? Oh, God, the racetrack, Remington Park. Dude,
Remington Park.
I have not won there since I won $5,500 off a dollar spin. I have not won one time since then. Not once. Okay.
Yeah,
now I don't count.
Now
I don't count that I go in there with $100 and I come out with $1. That's not winning. Now I didn't lose money. Now that's been about 9 years ago when I did that. So I probably have, broken even 15 times. But I don't like going there because, dude, you don't win there. I know people go there and win all the time. I'm like, they don't have any machines I like. I don't know what machines to play. I don't know how they work. So that's why I'm like you. When I don't know how machines work, you're throwing away money. Unless you get lucky, you're throwing away money if you don't know how they work. So, but I'm with you 100%. So, anything you want to talk about, bro? I got to get out of here.
No, man, I'm good.
Glad to know you back and alive, man.
I know, dude. I've just kind of got a lull today. I've been, golly, pedal to the metal, man.
Yeah, I saw.
One day I brought in almost made the commander almost a sixth of my salary for the entire year. So
nice. Oh, he liked that.
So,
he liked that a lot.
He liked it when I tell him I made money.
I know he does. Yeah, I saw Kent last night, Kent and Dina, and the grandkids last night. Saw them, at the game. Got to talk to them for a minute. I haven't seen Kent in a while. He goes, you don't come in. I go, dude, I was just there 3 weeks ago. You weren't there. Was it Nathan and I were just at the bank?
Friday,
Was that like,
dude. Of course he wasn't here.
what was that, what, 3 weeks ago? Was that 3 weeks ago I was there, right? 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago? Yeah.
But it was on a Friday, dude. You
Oh,
know
that's
Ken
right.
doesn't
He's a
work on
Friday.
Fridays. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
I'm not saying that. You said that. Why, is he gone already? Oh, he's there. It's 3:30. Oh, no, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah,
He's
well,
gone.
Randy's gone today. He's in Kansas City, so that's
Yeah, I
why
know he
he's still
is.
here.
Yeah, I talked to
So,
Randy last night, as a
if
matter of fact.
Randy's, if Randy's in town, he's usually not here on Fridays, but if Randy's out of town, he usually stays.
Well, was it last night I talked to him or the night before? Maybe it was the night before I talked to him. Whenever Boynton got fired.
He's up at the
When Boynton got fired.
tournament, right?
Yeah, I know, but whenever Boynton got fired, we talked about it. Well, I don't know if that was yesterday or the night before. Whenever it was right after he got fired.
Let me ask you about that. Who's your replacement for him?
Like I said, we need a guy who is at a school like when we hired Underwood. He came from Lamar or wherever he came from. You go get a guy like that. Now Drew talked about how you go to Connecticut or North Carolina or something, you still one of their assistants who, one of their head assistants who's not, you know what I'm saying, had some experience or whatever, but he's not. I disagree. I think you go to a Charlotte, University of North Carolina, Charlotte, or you go to Loyola Marymount, or you go to somewhere, you know what I'm saying? You go to a school where the coach is really good, but he's not in a major program or in a major conference, but still has connections. That's what I think you go get, because you hired Travis Ford, which, remember, when you hired Travis Ford, you had a 10 to 12, 13-year waiting list for season tickets. Within 2 years, you're selling tickets in the Daily Oklahoman, and have been since. You go ahead and you finally get rid of him, and then you hire Underwood. Underwood comes in and has, 2, 3 sellouts, so the gym is packed and hadn't been packed in 7 years, 5 years or whatever. And then you get sellouts, and then instead of paying him the money, you hire his assistant with no coaching experience. And then you pay this guy for learning how to play coach, and then you give him an extension, and then you retire. And then now you're stuck with that, and then you want to go hire Gottlieb, a guy who, by the way, no basketball players like. He's not well liked in the basketball deal at all. Okay, FYI, not liked.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what the odds you think are that he. Oh,
they're going to hire him. They're going to hire him, and it's a stupid. It's like, this is my thing. This is what I heard. Somebody told me that. I said, listen, if you hire him, you are the second-class organization everybody thinks you are. OU, first of all, would have never hired a guy without coaching experience. And then if you do hire a guy after having a bad hire, and you sell out 3 times, you sell out Lloyd Noble 3 times, and you want a raise, you know what they're going to do? They're going to give you a raise to keep you. That's what OU is going to do. And then if they hire you and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, they fire you and go hire somebody else. But they don't hire people without coaching experience. Why? Because they want to win at all of their sports. That's the difference.
That's just the difference in
That's the difference in mentality. That's the difference in mentality between OU and OSU. One has a winner's mentality and want to make sure they hire winners, and want this university to succeed in all sports so they can brag about it. And one wants to hire people, and let's just get along. Let's find somebody that's family that's not going to leave us. Well, I'm going to say, Sean Sutton wasn't going to leave you. Eddie wasn't going to leave you.
Yeah.
Underwood wasn't going to leave you. All you need to do is pay him, and you didn't. So, this is my thing with Gottlieb. He failed on the radio, which means if you fail on 3 different national radio stations, nobody likes what you're doing. Okay? That's what that means. And then you come to Oklahoma State, and then, like I told you, at the basketball reunion, he got up and spoke for whatever reason. And I'm telling you, everybody just looked at him like, why the hell are you up here talking? And you're talking about the 2002 Final Four team. Why are you talking? And there people were looking at their phones. People weren't paying attention to him. The whole mood of the whole place just was nothing. He ain't the guy. So with Traber and all these people talking, shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not inside there. You don't know. You're wrong. Quit promoting something that you have no idea about. And then if you really wanted Oklahoma State to succeed, why would you want them to hire a guy with no coaching experience? Why would you do that?
One question about that, and I just don't know. Fraber said he did have coaching experience. I don't know what that was.
No, he's been on the radio. He's been on radio for 15 years. Coaching experience where?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
When has he been a coach?
He said it was at a lower level, but it wasn't.
No, he
at a
was.
high level.
Okay, then why? Okay, this is my thing. How can you be on radio and a coach at the same time?
I don't know.
That's
let me look it up
impossible. No,
real quick and see
Nathan,
if I
that's
can-
impossible to be on radio and coach. You can't have
Let
a
me just look
daily.
and see if I can find something.
Well, go find it because with Jim needs to, like I told him, stick to baseball. You're an amazing baseball analysis. You are fantastic at that. But don't jump into basketball. That ain't your team. That ain't your thing. It's not.
This is,
It's just
this
not.
is going to crack you up, man. Let's see. This is what I'm seeing. I could be wrong. I don't even know what this is. Coaching experience to what we are saying is quote unquote coaching experience is the Maccabea games in 2009 alongside Bruce Pearl. And then he was the coach for the Stillwater Stars, an OSU alum-based TBT team in 2021. I don't have any idea what that is.
So in other words, he doesn't have any coaching experience.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what it says. That's what it says. He does, and my thing with them is Jim and I. This one particular guy came up to me. This is about 2 weeks ago. I was like, "We need to hire Gottlieb." And I told him, I said, "If you think the Doug Gottlieb is worth being the next head coach of Oklahoma State basketball, don't ever talk to me ever again. Don't fucking speak to me." I said, because you have no clue about basketball. You have no clue about sports. You are ignorant when it comes to that. Don't talk to me ever again if that's what you think. Don't talk to me ever. Don't speak to me ever again. He just looked at me. I said, "I'm serious." He goes, "You're serious?" I go, "You're damn right I'm serious. If you think this guy deserves to be a coach of one of the most premier programs that it used to be, that's dropped off because you hired Travis Ford, you fired the guy who had you coming back into relevance, and then you hired a guy with no coaching experience. So that's what you've done in the last 12 years. You took a program that was a perennial top 10 program to one that's irrelevant because of your coaching hire. And then you're going to go hire another guy with no experience who nobody likes? Are you kidding me? Not happening, bro.
Okay, so apparently so I'm listening to you, but I'm also reading. Apparently he was coach of Team USA in the 2017, I don't know if this is Maccabea games. I have no idea what that is, alongside Bruce Pearl.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's Maccabiah.
Yeah, Maccabee Games, in 2017, it was an international Jewish and Israel multi-sport event held in Israel every 4 years.
Oh, so nothing then.
Yeah, that's what he did. Okay, then it comes back. He was recently coached in the Stillwater Stars, the same as somebody sent me. Okay, he was a consultant for Texas, Texas Tech, and Baylor in recent seasons. I'm waiting for head coaching experience. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I guess that's
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. So, Carolyn, tell Pam Dean I'm still waiting for coaching experience in college. I'm still waiting for how the hell are you going to go out and recruit players? Who do you know who to go out and recruit? And unless you're in the EYBL, which is the Nike AAU program, or you're in Adidas program, I'm not listening to anything you say. Or Under Armour. But really, if you're not in Nike or you're not in Adidas, I don't want to hear you. He is not the guy. And I'm telling you, none of us basketball players want him. Not one of us who played. None. Okay? Now you have all your scrubs who weren't any good. Yeah, they want him because he's like them. He couldn't play either. So if you're a guy who couldn't play, yeah, you want him. If you're a guy that could play, you don't want him. You're like, why do I want that dude? They were talking about hiring Desmond Mason as an assistant. I go, nobody cares about him or Desmond. Don't go get caught up in, we want family. Go out and hire a guy. And Underwood wouldn't have left if our wonderful post-pass AD would have paid him what he deserved. He would still be here, and instead of Illinois being one of the top programs, we would be. But that's not the decision you made. Then you hire a guy that you keep for 7 years who I love personally. But he's not a Division I head coach. Not at this level.
Right.
The Big 12 is the number one basketball conference in the country. And you're going to hire a guy with no experience again to coach. And
Yeah.
the problem
It'd be
is,
crazy, man.
number one, Doug Gottlieb has got all these people confused and spoiled about, what I could do. No, he can't. Number one. Number two, he has no experience and nobody likes him. Number two. Outside of you few people around here in Oklahoma like him, nobody likes him in the basketball community. Number three, what recruits are you going to go out and get? And number four, how are you going to keep the guys that you have? What did they say? There's a 12% chance you're going to keep your McDonald All-Americans, your three best players? 12%? Now, if Gottlieb has been an assistant with the program, a consultant with the program, don't you think, Nathan, he would keep all of them?
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, if he was a consultant and they really liked him, do you think if he took over that they would leave?
You know, Matt. Maybe my best guess would be
No.
that maybe this is just a PR hire. You think maybe?
But my point is,
know.
how the hell are you going to hire a PR guy? You just went from being one of the top teams in the country, and you dropped in 12 years to irrelevant because of your coaching hires, and you're going to do the same thing again? Remember, we sucked until we hired who? You went out and you grabbed Eddie Sutton, correct? Right?
Eddie Sutton, yeah.
Then you went and you were relevant. And you were irrelevant until he retired. Then you got Sean Sutton. You still were irrelevant until he left. Then you hired Travis Ford. You went into irrelevance. All of a sudden you go from selling every seat out to ticket sales to selling season tickets in the Daily Oklahoma. And remember, OU did the exact same thing when they hired what's our guy that's dead now that I love, oh my God, what's his name?
You talking about that football? You talking about John Blake?
John Blake.
You talking about John Blake?
Yeah,
John
you
Blake?
went to selling tickets. People forget. They went to selling their season tickets in the Daily Oklahoma, bro. People forget that.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
But they
I didn't
forget
know
that.
either, to be
They
honest
sure as
with you.
hell did. And then guess what happened? You hired who? And then what happened?
Yeah, that's right. They won.
We got a deal that says, I do not like Shay's body language with the team. It's an ugly look. Yes, it is. And we've been saying that. And J-Dub has grown. No, J-Dub has grown on me. J-Dub doesn't have to grow on me. J-Dub grew on me last year. Did he grow on you last year?
Yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah,
great player.
I really like him.
That
is not our point.
My question for that guy is what body language, like post-game body language or in-game body language?
He's talking about both.
Which I think they're both kind of one and the
They're one and the same.
All right.
I mean, because even Nathan, when I brought it up, you started noticing it. Have you not?
Yeah, no, I noticed it. I just post-game body language I can kind of write off a little bit.
Okay, how do you write off what he did last night?
I know you're going to yell at me.
No, I'm not. How do you write off last night?
Because I just don't think SGA is that kind of player. He's not a guy who wants to be recognized. He's not a guy who wants to be boisterous. He's just not that kind of guy.
Okay, so he doesn't like being interviewed on the national TV.
I didn't say that.
That's what you just said. That's what you just said.
No, what I'm saying is he doesn't need 100 people telling him that boy. What I'm trying to say.
No, he doesn't need that. That's not what he was doing. That's not what he was doing. That's not his body language. That's not what he's saying. That's not what his body language is saying, Nathan.
He's a different kind of leader.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what kind of guy he is. One, yes, I agree that he doesn't need whatever, but every great player needs to acknowledge that they are the best player, period. I don't care what sport you play. You need to be acknowledged and understood you're the best player when you are. Okay, agreed?
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think, unfortunately for us, players other than a few are acknowledging that, but the organization is not.
Well, what I'm saying is the organization doesn't, so therefore the players don't. Now it's about you picking who you like more. That's what you're doing. Okay? That's what you're doing.
The players you're going to be sunk.
Your players are picking it. You, like you said, it's SGA and Chet. It's J-Dub and Dort. Josh is in the middle. Okay, but he's leaning more towards J-Dub because he wants to stay around. So he's going to fall in line.
He does.
He's going to fall in line, so he's going to pick J-Dub because the organization has. J-Will wants to stay in line, so what's he going to do? He's going to fall in line with what the organization does. Isaiah Joe is doing the same thing. They're all falling in line with what the organization wants except Chet. And Kaysen is even
Yeah.
has given it to SGA. He understands because Chet.
I saw that
Kaysen wants
too.
to win. Kaysen's like, hell, screw with this. I want to win. He our best player. And we both
I
went
saw
to
that too.
Kentucky.
Last night,
Yeah,
I think it was pretty evident last night when he had the choice. He literally kicks it right to SG every time.
every time.
Every time.
Because when you listen, basketball is the one sport where you know you're better than somebody. Okay, and if J-Dub thinks that he's better than SGA, which he clearly does, or he wouldn't have said he could beat him one-on-one, and he's on record saying that. Okay, so that's how he feels. Now you got the organization boistering him up because that's what they're doing. Now you're giving this guy confidence, which is the same thing you did with Russell. Russell was not the best player on his team, wasn't the best guy, blah blah blah. He was bowing down to KD and them until the organization picked him. Once he realized he had the power, that's what turned Russell into Russell. Now you're doing the same thing with J-Dub.
Let me ask you something. Who do you think is a better player, Russell or Jalen Williams?
Different.
I don't know. I don't know if I know the answer.
They're different. They're different players.
Yeah, they
Russell
are different.
Russell is way more athletic than him. Russell plays harder than he does. Skill-wise, J-Dub is way more skilled than Russell. Defensively, J-Dub is a better defensive player than Russell, but Russell could play defense once he locks down to it.
When he wants to.
It says here, Shea doesn't help Giddey with confidence. If Shea doesn't have the ball going down the court, then he doesn't cut or nothing, just sits there to watch possessions blow up and sit there with bad body language.
Say what now? Do that? Say that again?
He's saying that SGA, when Giddey's bringing the ball up at the court, he doesn't cut to the basket. He just stands there on the wing like, y'all go ahead and watch the plays blow up. When J-Dub never in the game, he just stands over there. That's what he does. He's like, y'all go ahead.
I do the same thing when Giddey's got the ball.
But I'm just saying
for the turnover.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He goes, watch the possessions blow up or just sit there. Well, yes, I agree with 100%, bro. 100%, dude. That's exactly what he's doing. He's like, I'm out. Y'all go ahead. Because remember, in the who did we beat before the Pacers? Who did we beat? Who did we beat?
Miami.
Whoever it was that SGA took over at the end. He knocked down a shot, then he knocked down a three. Okay. And
that was Miami, I think.
And then he turns around and he gives J-Dub the ball and goes, okay, go. I don't know if you remember, he waved him like, go ahead, man. The game's over. I've already sealed the victory.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you go back and watch. He just goes, go ahead, man, you got it. Anyway, you got it. Like, the game's over. I just busted a 2 and a 3. I just ended the game. So go ahead and get your bucket. That's exactly what he did. And I just laughed. It was funny to me because me and my boys, we laughed. We go, oh, man, did you see that? I go, yeah, I did. They go, man, that was so subtle, wasn't it? I go, sure was. Very subtle. Like, oh, you want to score now? Go ahead, man. You can be the man now. The game's over. I've already ended it. That's exactly what he did. Exactly what he did. We all laughed about it. I mean, we literally laughed about it because we thought it was funny. It was hilarious to me because that's exactly what he's doing, okay? But the Thunder are making a huge mistake, but they're doing, it's their organization. They do what they want. They do what they want. But, like I said, Nathan, my problem is Oklahoma fans are football fans. And if this was a pro football team, they would not be able to get away with the crap they're getting away with because people understand football. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? They would not get away with what they're getting away with because this is basketball and they don't understand it. They can get away with saying and doing what they're doing because of that one thing.
Right.
But they wouldn't be able to get away with football, bro. I can promise you. They wouldn't be able to get away with what they're doing because they'd be like, what are you doing? So when OU starts doing stuff, they're like, what the hell are you doing? Like when Caleb Williams was supposed to be playing instead of, what's your boy's name that was there? Spencer Rattler.
Oh, Spencer.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler.
The fans were going crazy about that. Why? Because you understood what was going on. When you understand what's happening, you don't let the organization get away with doing stuff. You're like, what are you doing? And this is the same thing people don't understand, like Oklahoma State. Like people in Oklahoma State, you don't understand. If you want your program to be good, you got to go out and hire the right coach who has some ability to build a program back up to where it belongs because of where you're located at or where you're playing. If not, you go hire some guy because you think he's local or whatever with no experience with no credibility who people don't like, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah. Yep.
All you're doing is you're taking a program who was a top 10 program, and in 12 years, you dropped it to an also ran sport. That's what you did. You took a great team that Eddie Sutton and Sean left that had sellouts, where tickets had waiting lists to, yeah, like for example, a friend of mine's parents, grandparents had tickets for 50 years, Nathan, season tickets. They were like, they asked a simple question: why are you raising ticket prices? We haven't been very good. And they go, well, if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. They're like, okay, 50 years, 50 years, bro. How do you tell somebody after 50 years, well, if you don't like it, okay, really?
That's crazy.
Crazy. That's
crazy.
how they think in Stillwater. They got to change. I mean, I don't understand it. They have a second class mentality, and you've got to change it. If you're thinking that, you have a second class mentality, not a first. It's plain and simple. So, all right, brother, I'm out of here. I got to go. Get out of here. Anyways, my guy Nathan Taylor YB. I'm glad to know you're alive, man. I appreciate you.
I'm still here.
And what do you think about the game tomorrow, bro? You got to get this one, right? Let me do this. Let me do this real quick.
Who the heck are we even playing? I don't remember who we're playing. Who are we playing?
Really? Wait, what is wrong with you? You don't have all the stuff, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been out of it, man. I'm sorry. I've been out of it.
We have the Grizzlies tomorrow.
Oh, God, we better win that one. Yeah, we better win that one. It's on the road, but we better still win it.
Yep. Then we have the Jazz.
Then
we have the Jazz next week on Tuesday or Wednesday.
If we're gonna lose one, I wouldn't be totally upset if we lost that one.
No, but listen, reason why we got to win that. We have the Jazz on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then we go to the Raptors on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
To the Bucks on Sunday. To the Pelicans on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's a tough one. You got another 4-game stretch coming up with the Knicks, Pacers, Celtics, and
Nathan.
76ers.
Nathan.
Right?
The Suns, the Knicks, the Sixers, the Celtics, Pacers.
Oh, man, that's a tough 5-game stretch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You could go over 5 there, man.
Yeah.
You could go over, and they won't, but you could.
We play the Suns at home. Then you turn around and you play the Knicks. Then you play the Sixers. Then the next night you play the Celtics. And then 2 nights later you play the Pacers.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough stretch, man. Tough stretch.
That's why you got to beat the Jazz and the Grizzlies. You got to win that. Then between the Bucks, the Raptors, and the Pelicans, in the next 5 games you got to go no worse. 3-2 is the worst you can do.
Yeah.
3-2 is absolute worst. You've got to go 4-1. If you go 4-1, you're going to be sitting pretty good in the first top seed, because the bottom line is that the Nuggets, their schedule is way weaker than ours.
Right, they're on a roll right now, man. I think, what are they, 9-1 since the All-Star break?
Yep.
I mean, they're on a roll.
They've been killing. They've been rolling. Because he's playing. He's not playing a bunch of players. He's playing the right guys. That's what they're doing. They're in playoff mode.
Yeah.
They're in playoff mode. They want to be the number 1 seed so they can get rest. They want to play.
One thing I have to say about the Thunder, if you take out Gordon Hayward, obviously, because we both. I mean, I like Gordon Hayward. I just don't think. I think he's done, man. I had a little hope for him coming over, but I think he's done. If you take out Gordon Hayward and the minute and a half in the game the other day with Waters and Muscala,
which didn't make any sense. Go ahead.
No, at least he's got the right guys out there. He just doesn't have the right minutes and the right groups.
Right, I agree.
And the right minutes. But
I agree.
At least he's playing the right. At least Jang's not running out there, and
and he's not playing Lindy anymore, even though he stuck him out there for a minute just to shoot. And I'm like, why is he out there? You took out your guy who shoots 50% for a guy who's good in G League.
Yeah,
it's just unbelievable. So, but we just went over. He asked us what our prediction for our next 5 games is, and I said we need to go 4-1, 3-2, an absolute worst. That's my prediction. You get what you need to go 4-1.
Yep.
You need to go 4-1. You got to.
Yep.
I mean, 3-2. My deal is this. if to be real honest with you, if we finish first, I'd like for SGA to win the MVP, but I think Jokic is going to win the MVP no matter what. That's what I believe.
I'm kind of hoping for some bias, to be honest with you, because I know that's the thing. I mean, it's out there.
Well,
it
no,
is.
what I'm saying is if we win the division, SGA hit the game-winning shot to beat them 2-1. And he's done something that only two other people have done, and both of them won MVPs. But once again, the Thunder does not promote that. The Thunder don't promote that. So if you don't promote it, how will people know? I mean, think about it. The only other two guys to do it were both MVPs. Michael Jordan and Steph.
Yeah.
They don't promote it. So
this wouldn't be his first year to do it. It'd be his second year in a row.
Yeah, but no. To have two steals. Two steals. Yeah,
two steals.
Two steals.
He didn't do that last year.
Yeah, it's his second time to do it. He's only there's only one person to do it more than once, and that was Jordan. He did it 5 times.
5 times. Yeah, best player in the history of the game.
It's insane, bro. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? That's insane, dude. To average 30 and shoot 50%, that's insane.
Well, and he's still got what, 10 good seasons in him? Something like that, maybe.
Well, he's 25, so 7.
He's 25, 8. So
yeah, but remember, he's a guard.
Seasons.
He's a guard, so he's got maybe 7, 8 years left, maybe 9.
To do it, maybe.
Well, because remember Steph, right?
Times?
Well, remember Steph can do it because he shoots long range threes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he can play
He
longer.
can.
But SGA's game is more mid range, and I don't know if he can take the pounding that he takes and be able to survive that long.
Hey, as much off topic here, as much as we both don't really like Russell Westbrook, do you agree that injury is hurting the Clippers?
Oh, 100%.
It's hurting them.
100%.
Yeah.
And then what was up with Kawhi? My back is hurting, so I'm going to leave right at halftime of a game that you need to win, that you're up 20 against the Timberwolves. At home?
Went home.
And you left and went home? And the game was at home.
Yeah.
And you left.
Yeah, he didn't. It's not like he came back on the bench. He
left.
Yeah.
And here's what's funny is, Nathan, my thing is this. If you can't sit down, how did you get in your car?
Yeah, right.
How'd you drive home? Did you lay down? Did you have somebody drive you? You laid down on the back seat? How did you get home? You know what I'm saying?
As good as Kawhi is, man, I've always had questions about his want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But Nathan, dude, unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Unbelievable. But when you look at those standings, bro, I'm going to put these up, then I got to go. I'm already late, but it's your fault.
Yeah.
You got me late. It's your fault.
If I had to guess, I bet we finish second.
Okay. Yes, I do too. I agree. Because the T-Wolves without Cat, that's going to hurt them. Okay. Here you go.
But I'm going to tell you what, man, I'm not going to be hurt if we finish second and don't have to play Lakers.
No, the Lakers are going to be lucky to stay in. Because right now the way it works is the Warriors play the Lakers at home. The Mavs play the Suns at the Suns, and then the Lakers would have to play the Mavs in Dallas if they beat the Warriors.
I don't want to play the Kings in the first.
And the Lakers don't. The Lakers don't match. The Lakers don't match up with the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
they can't cover Luka or
right?
Kyrie.
So then we would have to play the Suns, which I don't like.
I don't like it, but I think it's better. It's better than the other two. I don't think I'd like to play the Warriors either. To be honest with you.
Right. The whole thing is, so this is what we said, but here's the thing, Nathan. From 5 to 8, okay, there's 2 games.
2 games.
Separating 5 and 8. The Pelicans are in 5th.
It's funny, too, because
the Pelicans are in 5th at 6.5 games back, and the Mavs are in 8th at 8.5 games back. So there's 2 games separating those 4 teams. The Pelicans, the Kings, the Suns, the Mavs. So it's 4 games. It's 2 games separating them. Yeah, go ahead.
Because the Lakers can beat Minnesota, they can beat
us,
the Clippers, they can beat the Thunder, but they can't beat the Kings
or the Nuggets,
the Mavericks,
or the Nuggets.
The Nuggets. You know what I mean? Like
matchups.
It's did you know? And you probably do know this. Did you know Sabonis with the Kings
is undefeated
10-0 against
Look, AD.
AD the Lakers.
Yeah.
When AD
plays, yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I saw that. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
That's
believe
crazy.
it. I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, what? Wait, did I read that? Yeah. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked. All right, bro. I got to get out of here. It's 4 o'clock, man.
Okay.
Been on air 2 hours. All right, brother. Be good. That's my guy, Nathan Taylor of Y&B. And remember, you guys, you can go to MC Sports Network and you want to rewatch the show, you can do that, or you can go to YouTube, search The Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. Please like and subscribe and hit notifications. And we appreciate any of your questions or comments. That being said, everybody have a fantastic day and